You have all this knowledge of traveling the world. Where's the next hotspot? Like if you were going to be doing a destination travel, taking people somewhere really special that people aren't doing yet. Como's on the map and it has been for many years. What's the next spot? What's the secret place?
Just to take a step backwards, what we like to do as our approach is one of our philosophies, look at ingredients and not requests, not deliverables, right? Break down what someone is asking for. If they're saying Lake Como, it's like, why? You know the why between the request, you can then put someone in the right place based on the why, right? I want to be on the water. I want beautiful backdrops. I want to do what someone else did. Okay. Right. But once you understand that why, then we can move people to places like you're saying, James, outside maybe what they would have known or seen somewhere else. But I think I've seen people move longer haul to go places, right? Right now, 91% of our events are in Europe. The rest are probably in the Caribbean, Mexico. But we're starting to see, especially smaller groups, go further. We've done takeovers of camps in Africa, right? We did an event in New Zealand, in Asia. And I think you're going to see more and more people push the boundary to go further away, especially as flights become easier. There's more lift coming on board. People are going to go far because honestly, once you get on a flight, the longer flight is actually easier.
Yeah, it's all the stopping and waiting and then getting on another flight. And
so yeah. I think I was seeing that. We're seeing Fiji coming up and Tahiti more. Maldives becoming interesting. Dubai has been an open, destination. I have my eye on what's going on in Saudi Arabia, like the place or not. I think they're going to be making a big splash with lots of incentives. And they have some really unique opportunities. And it may not just be for a wedding, but it might be for an anniversary bash or a birthday or a bar mitzvah. Think about this of those, places as unique opportunities to really bring people to a place they never would have gone.
I mean, Europe has always been popular, but 91%, and that's worth paying attention to, isn't it? I mean, if you're somebody working in this space, listen up, pay attention to that.
Also think about, we took several of our top event planners on a recognition trip to South Africa recently, and it was epic. And I think the biggest eye opener was, this is not that much harder to get to than wherever. And while you may spend a little bit more on the flight, the price of operating in a place like South Africa is 30% of, not less, of the cost of operating in Europe. And you deliver some amazing experiences there with spectacular scenery and backdrops. And it's an amazing opportunity to show something new to people, right? That could really be transformational. And it may not even be a safari. It may just be the winelands there. Instead of going to Napa or Tuscany, they're spectacular. I don't need to tell you, but but the price is shockingly a fraction. The quality is probably better. And so these are things that I think open people's minds and eyes. You just need to get over the false perception of access. Buenos Aires is another great place. Gorgeous. I mean, you can do a magnificent dinner for $100 with wine pairing. That should cost $400 or $500 here. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we just had an amazing event in Buenos Aires. It's the same experience. Yeah. But that's your specialty, right? That's what you know. You know where those places are. And
that's what we try to do, is ask that why and push the option to people, at least to put it out there. Some will actually say, great. And some will say, like, no way, I'm not going 12 hours to Buenos Aires. I'll go 9 hours to Italy. All right. Okay.
Right. And sometimes that's just that matter of like dealing with it in your own head. Like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. And if it's somebody like yourself says, hey, it's really not that big of a deal.
For me, going to South America or even South Africa, it's so much easier because you go on, it's a night flight, right? You get on the flight at, say, 10 p.m., you land at 9 and you had a great night's sleep and there's usually 1 or 2 hours of jet lag from the States instead of 6 hours, right? And you don't really get jet lag when you go south, north, right? You get it when you go east or west. So it's perception.